The world of European royalty rarely shows us moments of pure, unfiltered joy, but when King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands stepped into the charming streets of Toulouse, France, something magical happened that captured the attention of royal watchers everywhere. Their genuine smiles and relaxed demeanor during this diplomatic visit revealed a side of monarchy that reminds us these are real people behind the crowns and titles, and what unfolded in this historic French city tells a story worth every second of your time. Picture this: the king and queen of one of Europe's most progressive monarchies walking through aerospace hangars and centuries-old wine cellars with the same enthusiasm most of us reserve for vacation, except their vacation doubles as strengthening international relations between two nations with deep historical ties. Before we dive deeper into this fascinating visit, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our coverage of European royalty. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who loves compelling stories about modern monarchy. The visit to Toulouse wasn't just another diplomatic checkbox on the royal calendar, it represented something far more significant in the landscape of European cooperation and cultural exchange. Toulouse, known as the Pink City for its distinctive terracotta architecture, serves as the beating heart of European aerospace innovation, home to Airbus headquarters and a thriving technology sector that drives economic growth across the continent. When Willem-Alexander and Maxima arrived in this southwestern French gem, they weren't just representing the Netherlands, they were embodying the spirit of European unity that has defined post-war cooperation between nations. The king, known for his genuine interest in aviation and water management, found himself in his element touring the massive Airbus facilities where some of the world's most advanced aircraft take shape. Watching him interact with engineers and technicians, you could see this wasn't performative interest but authentic fascination with the technology that connects our world. His background as a trained pilot added depth to these conversations, transforming what could have been a standard diplomatic tour into meaningful exchanges about innovation, sustainability, and the future of aviation. Queen Maxima, radiant as ever in her carefully chosen attire that managed to be both regal and approachable, brought her characteristic warmth to every interaction during the Toulouse visit. Her ability to connect with people from all walks of life has made her one of Europe's most beloved royal figures, and this visit showcased exactly why she's earned that reputation. As they moved from the ultra-modern world of aerospace manufacturing to the time-honored tradition of French wine culture, the contrast couldn't have been more striking or more perfect. The cellars of Toulouse and its surrounding regions hold centuries of history in every bottle, and watching the Dutch royals navigate this aspect of French cultural heritage with respect and genuine curiosity demonstrated the kind of cultural diplomacy that textbooks can't teach. These weren't stuffy official tours with forced smiles and rehearsed comments. These were two people genuinely enjoying the opportunity to learn about another culture's treasures while representing their own nation with grace and authenticity. The symbolism of this visit extends far beyond photo opportunities and press releases. France and the Netherlands share a complex history that stretches back centuries, from times of conflict to periods of close cooperation, and in our current era where European unity faces various challenges, these personal diplomatic connections matter more than ever. Willem-Alexander and Maxima understand that modern monarchy isn't about distant figures in palaces, it's about being accessible representatives who can bridge gaps between nations through personal connections and genuine interest in other cultures. Their relaxed demeanor in Toulouse sent a powerful message that diplomacy doesn't have to be stiff and formal to be effective. In fact, some of the most important relationship building happens precisely in these moments of shared experience, whether that's marveling at engineering achievements or appreciating the craftsmanship that goes into producing exceptional wine. What makes this particular royal visit noteworthy is how it reflects the evolving role of constitutional monarchies in 21st century Europe. Both Willem-Alexander and Maxima have redefined what it means to be royal in the modern age, balancing tradition with accessibility, duty with authenticity, and formal protocol with genuine human connection. When they smile in Toulouse, those aren't practiced royal smiles for the cameras, they're the expressions of two people who genuinely enjoy what they're doing and believe in the importance of their role as cultural ambassadors. This authenticity resonates with people across generations, from those who grew up with traditional views of monarchy to younger generations who might otherwise question the relevance of royal institutions. By showing that royalty can be both dignified and relatable, formal and fun, They're writing a new chapter in how we understand constitutional monarchies' place in democratic societies. The Airbus tour component of their visit deserves special attention because it highlights the economic dimensions of royal diplomacy that often get overlooked in favor of more glamorous aspects. The Netherlands and France are significant economic partners within the European Union, and the aerospace industry represents a crucial sector where cooperation between European nations creates jobs, drives innovation, and maintains Europe's competitive edge in global markets. By visiting these facilities, Willem-Alexander and Maxima weren't just looking at impressive machinery, they were reinforcing the importance of continued cooperation between Dutch and French industries, suppliers, and research institutions. The king's technical knowledge allowed him to engage substantively with the people who design and build these aircraft, creating moments of genuine exchange rather than superficial walkthrough. These interactions, captured in photographs that show animated conversations and authentic interest, demonstrate how modern royals can add value to diplomatic and economic relationships in ways that traditional diplomacy alone cannot achieve. Then there's the cultural component, embodied perfectly in their exploration of Toulouse's renowned wine cellars and gastronomic traditions. France's wine culture isn't just about the product itself, it's about centuries of knowledge passed down through generations, about terroir and tradition, about the relationship between people and land. When the Dutch royals took time to appreciate this aspect of French heritage, they were acknowledging that cultural understanding forms the foundation of lasting international friendships. Maxima's genuine enjoyment of these experiences, evident in every photograph and video clip from the visit, shows how cultural diplomacy works at its best. It's not about going through motions or checking boxes, it's about taking genuine interest in what makes another culture unique and special. The French appreciate this kind of authentic engagement with their cultural treasures, and the warmth with which the royal couple was received throughout Toulouse reflected that appreciation. The visual documentation of this visit tells its own story. Every photograph shows Willem-Alexander and Maxima fully engaged, whether they're examining aircraft components, chatting with workers, or enjoying the ambiance of historic wine cellars. Their body language speaks volumes about their comfort level and genuine enjoyment of the experience. In an age where public figures are constantly scrutinized and every gesture analyzed, the natural ease displayed by the Dutch royals in Toulouse stands out as remarkably authentic. They weren't performing for cameras, they were simply being themselves while fulfilling their duties as representatives of the Netherlands, and that authenticity translates into soft power that benefits both nations. People respond to genuineness, and when they see royals who clearly enjoy their role and take it seriously without taking themselves too seriously, it creates positive associations that extend beyond the individuals to the nations they represent. This Toulouse visit also reminds us that effective diplomacy happens at multiple levels simultaneously. While government officials negotiate treaties and trade agreements, these personal diplomatic missions create the human connections and mutual understanding that make formal agreements possible and sustainable. Willem-Alexander and Maxima excel at this human dimension of international relations, using their positions to create bridges between peoples and cultures. Their relaxed approach in Toulouse, moving seamlessly from high-tech industry to traditional culture, from formal meetings to more casual interactions, demonstrates a diplomatic versatility that serves the Netherlands well in its international relationships. They represent a small nation with outsized influence in European affairs, and their ability to connect with people across different contexts helps maintain and strengthen that influence. Looking at the broader context, this visit occurs at a time when European unity and cooperation face various pressures, making these personal diplomatic connections more valuable than ever. Brexit reshaped the European landscape, economic challenges affect all member states, and questions about the future direction of European integration remain open. In this environment, the personal relationships and mutual understanding fostered by visits like this one contribute to the social and cultural glue that holds Europe together beyond formal institutional structures. When Willem-Alexander and Maxima smile their way through Toulouse, they're not just being charming, they're actively contributing to the network of relationships that makes European cooperation possible at the human level. This might seem like a small thing compared to major policy decisions, but anyone who understands how international relations actually work knows that these personal connections often prove decisive when difficult decisions need to be made. The Dutch royal family's approach to monarchy offers valuable lessons for other royal houses and even for how we think about leadership more generally. By being accessible without losing dignity, by showing genuine interest rather than performing interest, by taking their duties seriously while maintaining perspective and joy in their work, Willem-Alexander and Maxima model a kind of public service that resonates across political and cultural boundaries. Their Toulouse visit, with its perfect blend of economic engagement, cultural appreciation, and personal warmth, exemplifies this approach. They understand that in the modern world, authority derives not from distance and mystery but from authentic connection and demonstrated competence. Every smile in Toulouse was real, every conversation meaningful, every gesture of appreciation genuine, and that authenticity is precisely what makes them effective ambassadors for the Netherlands. So here's the question that their Toulouse adventure leaves us pondering. In an age of increasing digital connection but decreasing face-to-face interaction, could the authentic human diplomacy modeled by royals like Willem-Alexander and Maxima actually become more valuable rather than less relevant?